and welcome back to the channel. So I really toiled with making this video. I really wrestled. I mean, I love y'all, but what we're gonna do today, I am giving them one of my most favorite recipes ever. So welcome back. And if you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure to do that. Ring the notification bell. We upload 4 times a week here on the channel, and you don't want to miss videos like we're going to be doing today. I promise. This video, if you watched one video, I'm glad you watched this one. But make sure to check out some of our other ones. Anyway, make sure to give the video a thumbs up because I promise you're going to want to make this. So today we are going to be making my most favorite carrot cake. Now, let me just say, growing up, I had carrot cake, and I've tried a lot of carrot cakes, but and I have never been a huge fan of carrot cake. I mean, I can take it or leave it, but when I had this carrot cake, and this was, I first had this, a roommate in college's grandma used to make him this carrot cake. And I was like, oh, whenever she'd make it for him, I'm like, Jesse, can I please have a piece of your cake? And he would like take the whole cake in his room. Of course, there was roommates, and he would not share it, okay? But I would always like beg him for a tiny little sliver of this cake. And so when I contacted his grandmother, and I said, can I please get the recipe for this cake? And it is different than any recipe I've ever seen online. Of course, all cakes are similar: flour, oil, sugar, carrots, you know, but it's the quantities of all of that. And so anyway, today we are going to be making my my most favorite carrot cake. All right, so keep on watching. I'm going to share this baby with you. It's super easy. You probably have all the ingredients on hand. The first thing we're going to start with is 3 cups of carrots. Okay, now these, I buy the whole big bag of carrots, and then I shred them up in my food processor. Okay, and we're gonna start with 3 cups. And we are just gonna take all the ingredients and dump it in here. Dump it in, okay? Next, I have 2 cups of flour going in. We have 1.5 cups of vegetable oil. 4 eggs. 4 eggs going in the bowl. Okay, I have 2 cups of granulated sugar. Gonna get dumped in. I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And everything is in our mixing bowl right there. And this is what it looks like when we have everything in the bowl. And so there's not many ingredients in there. But there we go. We're going to put it on the mixer. We are going to use the paddle attachment, and we are going to mix it up until it is all combined. Okay, just got done mixing. Now we want to prepare 2 baking pans. You can bake this in 2 round pans. You can bake it in 1 oblong pan. So we are going to grease and flour. And while we're doing that, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Okay, our pans are greased, floured, and now we're gonna take our batter and we're gonna evenly divide that between the 2 pans. And just eyeball it, you don't have to weigh it. Just do the best you can to divide it evenly between the 2 pans. Okay, now that we have these 2 pans, the cake in the pans, I can hardly wait. I'm so freaking excited. Now, there was a season in my life where I made this cake every couple of months. That was when I was morbidly obese. And I would eat almost single-handedly the whole cake in a weekend. Anyway, my old assistant used to make it for me just because. I can remember my son and I one time, it was just him and I, he was our first child. We didn't have a second one yet. And we had a mommy son weekend. I made this cake for our mommy son weekend. And I would say we ate it, but he was one. So I ate mostly all of it. Our kids, this has been their birthday cake for all of their first birthdays, including our newest daughter whose first birthday just happened. And so anyway, it's kid approved. It's amazing. When I take it to holidays, people are always like, can I get that recipe? This is so good. Can I get that carrot cake recipe? It is requested. Anyway, I say all that to say, I'm excited to be making this. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven. We're gonna set the timer for 30 minutes and we're gonna check it. What I will tell you is mine almost always takes around 38 minutes, but I check it at 30 and then I set the timer in increments of 3 minutes and I watch it. It's a temperamental little thing. So yeah, we're gonna set the timer for 30 minutes, 350 degrees in the oven she goes. Okay, it's been in for 30 minutes. It still needs a little bit longer to go. You can just tell that it's like jiggly, it's not solid. So we're gonna go ahead and set the timer for 3 more minutes and let it go. Stick it right in the middle. Came out clean. And it's no longer like jiggly, so you can see all good. Take these babies out. Now I've been letting these sit and cool for about 20 minutes and you can see the cake has actually separated from the side of the pan. Same thing with this one. Now I tore 2 sheets of aluminum foil and this is what I'm gonna turn them onto. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a butter knife and just kind of press along the sides just to make sure everything's separated. You can see here they came out of the pan and we are going to let these cool completely for a couple hours before we frost them. Okay, we're going to be making our icing and I'm starting with 1 pound or 16 ounces of powdered sugar. We're going to need an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Now for our icing, we only need 4 ingredients. We need a stick of butter, the 8-ounce thing of cream cheese softened, the 16 ounces of confectioner's sugar that we pre-measured, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And that is it. So we are going to put our cream cheese and butter in here, whip that, add our vanilla, slowly add our confectioner's sugar, and we are gonna have a delicious cream cheese frosting to go with our carrot cake. You're gonna let that whip for about 2 minutes. Let it get light and fluffy and well combined. Now we are gonna add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, we have that all combined. We just added our vanilla. Now we are gonna add our powdered sugar in thirds. So add about a third mix, and then the last third. You wanna make sure you start on low speed. Adding the second third. Stop and scrape down the sides. Make sure you get any loose powdered sugar off, and then we will mix for about 2 minutes. Okay, there we have our cream cheese icing. It is light, whippy, and yummy. So I just have my frosting in a separate bowl here, and I'm gonna cover this with some saran wrap and just set it aside. And our last and final third. Okay, there we have our cream cheese icing. It is light, whippy, and yummy. So I just have my frosting in a separate bowl here, and I'm gonna cover this with some saran wrap and just set it aside. Okay, just finished frosting the cake. It is frosted and it is going to go in the refrigerator. Now here's the thing with this cake. You can make it, frost it, and serve it right away. Or you can make it, frost it, and put it in the refrigerator for 24, 1 to 3 days before serving. And it's totally good. I actually think it is better if it has sat for 24 to 48 hours before you eat it. Now, there's nothing wrong with eating it right away. It's still delicious. But you know, I've eaten enough of these that I can be like picky and I can like how I like it the best. But this is a standard. This is about how tall it is. Just 2-layer frosted. Oh, I need to fix down there, but it's okay. It's all gonna go in the belly. But this is just your standard 2-layer cake and super easy to make. You can certainly make it a sheet cake. You could double the recipe and make it 4 layers if you want to be like super fancy schmancy. But this is the cake right here. And it is really amazing. It's really delicious. The cream cheese frosting is just enough to be sweet without being too sweet. Oh, and check this out. So this is a mini version. It's also 2 layers, but it's much smaller. Here you can see the difference. Big mama, small fry. Large fry, small fry. I'm making a smash cake for my daughter for her birthday. And so this is gonna get some rosettes on it. This is just the crumb coating, but like, so you can, you know, make it in a smaller pan. I have made this carrot cake, I think I told you guys earlier, for all my kids' first birthdays. I guess I figure it's got 3 cups of carrots per recipe. At least they're getting sugar and veggies. That's my rationalization for eating this cake. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I have. And yeah, you're definitely gonna transform some non-carrot cake eaters to some carrot cake eaters. So make sure to check out some of our other videos. If you would like something more on the savory side, I will link down below in the description box. We have an 800-calorie pizza that is made out of a regular crust. It is pepperoni and lots of cheese and sauce, and it is really amazing. Just in case you want to balance out your sweet and savory, I will link that down below in the comments. So thanks so much for watching. We will see you on the next one.